Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
And he says to her, listen, you got a fine white girl ass. So I don't like the look of this D. Listen, I don't need gay or straight boner pills. My boner works just fine.
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I want to see movies! I think I've died and gone straight to honker heaven. Boobs are amazing.
Sorry. I try to get it done before I go live, but it happens. Actually, this is the first day I haven't woken up, spitting out crap for a while. Doing better. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Daily Dive, the Double Ds, where you, the chat, the audience, the gatekeepers, you're the ones that protect everything we love. You fight back when proper. I have not been up for a very long time today so far. I'll admit that. I was up fucking around with some shit last night, and I didn't go to bed until very, very late. Sun was coming up. So I slept literally almost right up until we started. Had just enough time to wake up, cram some food down the gullet, and then figure out what the hell we're going to talk about today. Got a couple ideas. I do have my monologue I prepped before I went to sleep. I know I thought about these things. And then I've discovered something that we can talk about, an extra story. And then it's up to you guys. It is up to you guys, as always, because this is your show as much as it is mine. $10 gets you an Adam rant on just about anything, usually within the realm of pop culture or comedy stuff. We do that too. $50, ask me a question, and I will tell you no lies. We'll have discussions. I love discussions. I love nerding out over stuff. $50 also gets you a hot take, instant reaction to an article we may come across in the news that you want further discussion on, or something you may have found you want to react to. Can be funny stuff too. It's allowed. We've been doing that a lot lately. And of course, $35 gets you chat. Made me watch this reviews where I react to an episode of television or a movie of your choice live on the stream. No edits, no takesy backsies, no whoops. Oh, I didn't think that through. Right? No, you get it live and unfiltered. Always got to give me a couple days though. Always got to give me a couple of days. They're slapping more ads on. I'm getting the unskippable ads a lot more lately. We know that when Kel gets here, he will remind us that he gets the one that fucks with the chat where it moves down. I get those lately, too. Those suck. Yet, YouTube wants to jack ads all over my stuff, yet it doesn't want to push me in the algorithm. Thanks, YouTube. It'd be easy. Everybody can make money. You can make money. I can make money. If you just took off the throttle. Stop throttling the channel. Stop throttling a lot of people's channels. There it is. See? There it is. If you stopped choking all our channels and let us just exist, I guarantee I'd get a larger audience if you let the world see me. I guarantee it. All right, guys. What do we got today? We've got the news. We have nothing else at the moment. I do have a couple of things. I do have my monologue. Let's start with my monologue while you guys are walking in. We'll start with my monologue. So I have another discussion question. I'm prepping for Roundtable this weekend. I got another one. Here's it does stem from all the discussions we've been having for a couple of weeks now about fans and all this kind of stuff. It boils from that. And here's the question. Excuse me. Here's the question. Has the internet ruined fandoms? It's a simple question. Has the internet ruined fandoms? Because it's very easy to say that it's a yes and no question. I've thought about this. When you go back in time, I'm going back in time. And here's how I'm going to frame this. Because, yes, it has ruined it. The answer is yes. But at the same time, it did help me find fandoms at one point. We're talking in the 90s. I know. Old man. In the 90s, when the internet was young and not so viral, not so virulent, not so, dare I say, retarded. Back in the day where everything wasn't instant, where social media was a collection of forums and live chat rooms if you so chose to enter them. It wasn't that bad. In fact, it was fine. I mean, it's that kind of internet that allowed me to really get involved in, back in the day, two of my biggest online communities, that being the Lunar video games and the Tenchi Muyo franchise. That allowed me to get involved with people and to really express myself and do stuff. Now, more so did I talk with people more often when I did my Lunar stuff, because that I found a forum and I was there for many years, decades. In fact, decades I was there. It was a tiny forum, wasn't very large. It was a small forum, but it's where we talked about stuff, and it grew into some other things. But it's where people gather to talk about these things, and it was just talking about what you loved. At the same time, Tenchi online interactions allowed for fanfics, and both Lunar and Tenchi were the vehicles through which I found my love for writing. I truly found my love for writing and puts me where I am today. So once upon a time, the internet was good for fandoms. But time marches on. And it's dog shit now. And I blame stuff like X. I blame X more than I blame YouTube, because YouTube, you don't have to watch a video. You could scroll by not going. But X, because of the way it's designed, when it was Twitter, your algorithm, there's always just enough shown to see the pure retardation of people. And I truly do believe that in the here and now, easily in the past 10 years, with the advent and the increase of Twitter, now X, the internet has ruined fandoms. The internet has made fandoms worse because, linking it to our discussion of how to define a fan, what is a fan, you see how certain people, and yeah, you can call this tyrannical, and I'm going to be, and it's definitely gatekeeping. Certain people should not be allowed to talk about certain IPs and stuff. Especially because with something like X, which can create phantom coalitions, phantom groups who look like they are more than they really are. Well, perfect example, the Disney Star Wars stands. You go on X, you would think they really are the fandom with how much they push all the garbage they talk about, all this stuff like that. It looks like they get likes. It looks like they get quotes and retweets. It looks like they get lots of replies. And because everything's sanitized or you don't have downvotes, you don't know what the negative reaction. You have to create the ratio thing where, oh, this stops that kind of crap. You have to create a way to try and define whether or not it's doing well. Without a dislike button, you don't know. So they can fabricate a reality where it looks like they are the fan base, when in fact they're fake fans and stans. And when you have that, when you have all of them spewing their garbage, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Star Trek, which is now taking a front seat due to Starfleet Academy coming out starting tomorrow, or anything else, the MCU, the DCU, any DC stuff, any Marvel stuff, something like that. Pick a game too. Throw a gaming franchise in there. When you get that kind of stuff, it becomes a sewer. It becomes a stinky, sweaty, sticky, I got shit on my shoes sewer. And that's what starts to ruin it. That's where it gets ruined. Because suddenly you might not necessarily find the real people that once upon a time might have gathered on a real forum to talk about these things 20, 30 years ago. Now it's any jackass with their phone out gets on X. I like the Star Wars, did they? It's fun. Ben Solo. That kind of crap. They'll spout that garbage. Or they'll spout the whole, connected to yesterday's discussion of fake positivity. I mean, I'm currently targeting a particular stan whose whole modus operandi is rage baiting. Rage baiting ruined Disney Star Wars. Not because Disney Star Wars sucks. It's the YouTube rage baiting community. Because they really like it, guys. They just want to hate it because it gets them clicks. So come look at me where I intelligently talk about everything because I'm a fan. That's what you get now. You get agenda-driven jackasses like that who think they represent the fan because they exist on X and they find the other retards because the algorithm pushes it in there. So that's my starter discussion on this. I've got two questions I'm going to ask this weekend now on Roundtable. We're going to ask two questions. One, talking about fake fan positivity. Two, has the internet ruined fandoms? Has it ruined fandoms? And it's nuanced discussion. We talk about these things in a nuanced fashion because I try to go beyond just reporting and instant reacting to stuff. Now, of course, we still do that, but I want to take it far. That is my hope, to separate myself from a lot of the other channels. Because that's how I see myself winning in the future, by being a thinking channel, not just spewing, not just reporting the news, but we think because it's what I always wanted this channel to be. But I think I got away from it. Now, is it going to help me? I don't know. We're going to find out. You can hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share it, let people know we're doing this. That's how we're going to find out. Grow the channel, grow the audience. I'm getting that a lot too lately when I watch other people's stuff. The ads get stooped in the middle of the stream. I don't know what I've done to make that turned off, but I'm glad I have it turned off because I don't like it when it gets interrupted. I don't want to have to switch to. I want to give my friends, when I watch stuff, I want to give them their ad revenue. So I will watch them on my non-ad blocking browser. But if I am watching things or maybe come back later, or if it's something I want to watch uninterrupted, I have to go to the ad blocking browser so that it doesn't break up the continuity of when I'm watching their streams. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what some people have turned on that I don't have turned on, where the ads just pop in 20, 30 minutes, every 20, 30 minutes, or watch stuff. I don't know what's going on with that. Whew, how you guys doing though? You guys doing all right? Hope you guys are doing okay. You doing all right? I guess I'm doing okay. I'm about as good as I ever am. About as good as I ever am. Now, we do have something to talk about though. Let me blow my nose and let's get into my topic. Not my not my not my monologue, semi-ranting. Be right back. You see, Prof, you can try and do that, and you can try and twist things, twist reality. It's okay. It's okay. I know you're desperate to have me be another boyfriend option for you now that Dermy is moving on to other people. It's okay. It's fine. You love me. It's okay. But think of your family, Prof. Think of your family. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Anyway. Okay. So, I just came across this. So as I said a little bit ago, I haven't been up for too long today because I was up late fucking around with some shit. And I was scrounging around besides the news, which we'll get into after this. Besides the news, I was scrounging to see if there's anything I talk about. And then I came across this, which does affect us directly. It does. We'll get into it in a second. But once again, those who support Disney Star Wars, when they report on every little bit of news, unintentionally prove what a failure that which they worship is. We all know, those who are real fans, those who are understanding how things work, we all know that every aspect of Disney Star Wars, because there is no redeeming qualities of it. Every quality, every aspect is a failure. It's a failure. Doesn't make money, doesn't really sell merch, and it's always poorly written, poorly acted, poorly designed, and more often than not, packed with agenda. Just go look at Andor. If you say Andor is not an agenda-driven piece of shit, then I have a 2x4 I want you to meet. Maybe that will knock some sense into you. I doubt it, because your brain is so small, it will not evolve. But you are a retard, because even your precious Tony Gilroy admitted it. But that's a different discussion. We're here to talk about the fact that Disney itself, you gotta love it when they inadvertently admit that it's a failure. In the midst of the fake fan and stan campaigns of, oh my God, stuff like Return for Ben Solo's gonna happen. Look, this actor said this actor refused to say that. He's coming back, guys. He represents hope. No, he's a retarded character that Disney wants to distance himself from. Where's my evidence? I have your evidence right here that even retarded accounts like Star Wars Holocron have to report on because they need every little bit of news they can find. Disneyland, not Disney World, unfortunately for me, but Disneyland, maybe Disney World will have it too. Maybe Disney World. Disneyland's Galaxy Edge will no longer be set in the time period of the sequel trilogy and will be less of an in-universe Star Wars experience for visitors beginning April 29th. Kylo Ren has been shelved, while Rey will only be seen around the Rise of the Resistance ride. In their place, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia will be there. John Williams' Star Wars theme will also be broadcast at Galaxy's Edge for the first time. So this is Disneyland. Unfortunately, this is not Disney World, where I will be on May 25th for my Day of Doom, which means at the moment, unless this happens at Disney World too, I will still have to find Kylo Ren and Rey and pretend to be a Reylo and all that kind of stuff. But what we see here, I guess think about it like this. They experiment with things in Disneyland first because it's smaller than Disney World. It's easier to implement something over there. At least that's how I view it. But this is irrefutable evidence, if you ask me, of the failure of Disney Star Wars. They're pulling it out of that which does then make them money, the theme parks, because nobody wants to interact with Disney Star Wars characters. Look, you notice here, these are classic stormtroopers. That's the OG original George Lucas stormtrooper helmet, not the duckbill helmet of the sequel trilogy. Notice that. That means they're kicking out all evidence they can find of Disney Star Wars. And notably, they say here, Kylo Ren has been shelved. In the middle of your big renaissance for Kylo Ren Ben Solo comic run that everybody's reading, but nobody's actually reading, are you telling me that they're secretly working and bringing back Ben Solo for a Hunt for Ben Solo movie that all these actors are somehow secretly working on it here and there, yet they're removing a character from the theme park? Disney Star Wars is a failure, and there are no projects with these characters. Rey is not going to appear in the Starfighter movie. Her movie is likely going to be shelved at this point. I'm starting to believe that. I am now starting to believe her Rey movie will not happen. Almost 4 years now, they've been trying to put a script together, and they can't. There is no interest for these characters, which is why they're being removed from fan interaction, because you know what? Fans don't want to interact with them because Disney Star Wars sucks. This is the truth. People want Darth Vader. People want Han, Luke, and Leia. That's who they want. That's who they connect with, because George Lucas Star Wars is beloved. It works. It fits. Excuse me. Goddamn. It is that which enraptured. It is that which people became infatuated with decades ago. And if you love Star Wars, that is what you want. You want stories based on George Lucas Star Wars. That is it. So I love this. They're forced to report on this shit while dodging the story of why would you take this stuff away if Disney Star Wars are working? That's the question you must ask these retards as they fawn and cry and no, I love it. I'm vomiting. I love it so much. Ask them this. If Disney Star Wars is working so well, why are they pulling these characters from the theme parks? Because they're doing it in Disneyland, it's going to happen in Disney World as well. It will happen. Will it happen before May 25th? Lord, I hope so. I hope so. Then I don't have to do something else thoroughly embarrassing during the Day of Doom. But at this point, if it says if they're first trotting it out on April 29th at Disneyland, they will likely still be in Disney World's Galaxy Edge, which means I will have to suffer becoming a Reylo for a day. You guys hate me, don't you? Disney Star Wars sucks. Real Star Wars, real George Lucas Star Wars will always be great. And this proves the point. Give people what they want. People want real Star Wars. There we go. I'm done. I do love this. I loved it that I found this morning. Makes me so happy. Makes me so happy to find this. Anyway. And you're right. It's too little, too late. It is nothing's gonna save it. Galaxy's Edge is still gonna be a disaster, but it is funny that it's happening. It's evidence I like to find. It is evidence I like to find that it is all sucking it up. All right. Why don't we dive into the news and see what's going on? That wasn't so much a rant. That was a video, Prof. That was a video I just made. That wasn't a rant. Uh, but yeah, it's been over. It's been over for a long time. No, well, we're not. I'm not debating that Disney Star Wars has not completely failed. It's just when they do something like this, it flies in the face of all these fake fan stan retards who constantly want to go, it's doing great. It's only failing because of rage baiters and hate videos on YouTube. No, it's failing because nobody's interested. That's why it's failing. That's why it's failing. And I love every second of it. I love it. It makes me right. It makes all of us who've been talking about this right. And I love being right. Oh, I do love being right. Okay. Let's get to the news. Let's see what we got going on with the news. Well, you know what it is? These people love this shit because as we talk about with this fan discussion we've been having the past couple of weeks, a lot of these people, they literally taught. Jeez, hang on a second. Oy. It's a little better. These people literally tie it to who they are. They make their obsession over these things, their love for it, a part of their DNA, and make it define them. So if these things have to be successful because they've tied it to how they think, they've tied it to their personality, behavior, their ideology. That's why that's why they cannot divorce themselves from it at this point. It has to work because if it doesn't, everything they believe in is a failure. That is why Disney Star Wars stands, Curse of Trek stands, all these people. That is why they tie themselves to this, because if they have to admit that these agenda-driven versions are hated by the world, then they have no purpose anymore in their life because they made everything about them about this. Because, oh, look, it represents me cutting my penis off. Oh, look, it represents me. I was going to say something very horrible and disgusting, but I'm not going to. Trying to keep this without getting in trouble. But you understand what I'm saying. If it doesn't represent their pronouns, it doesn't do all this shit, it loses their meaning for life, because all their entire meanings for life are about whether or not they can cut their penis off, change their pronouns, whether or not they can scream and cry about fascism and all this shit, where they can do that. So it's stupid. It's stupid. Okay. All right. News. Let's go. NBA YoungBoy concert documentary film, in whose name, I don't know what that is, and I don't care. Pete Davidson hosts Netflix podcast, The Pete Davidson Show. Why? All right, I have to ask this. What relevancy does Pete Davidson have? Who listens to him? Who's funny? I mean, aside from his list of women who are and have been way too hot for him, out of his league, that he's fucked over the years, what is Pete Davidson? A failed SNL cast member? What is he? I don't get it. Why is he getting a Netflix podcast? People gonna listen to him? And yeah, I heard about that this morning. I did see about that. You can use all these terms again, apparently. Suicide, abortion, rape. We could mention it. We could say the words, which we were sort of saying anyway. So, coded language. It worked. We got away with it. And they realized they're going to, you know what it is? They realized we're going to talk about it anyway. And now they say, fine, you could use it. So, hey, you know what? So we use the words now. Use the words. Use the words. Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, and more be honored at 2026 Santa Barbara Festival that nobody's going to give a shit or care about. Nobody cares about festivals. Veteran publicist joins crap I don't care about. Somebody else sets a deal who I've never heard of at Paramount. Don't care. Don't care about your music crap. Homebound stars. Don't care. Studio stars. I don't know what even that show is. Don't care. Jessica Simpson. I wonder if she's still hot. I wonder if Jessica Simpson's still hot. Haven't looked her up in a while. You know, let's look. I'm gonna look her up real quick. Jessica Simpson. We'll go 2025 since it's barely 2026. She's had some face work done. And it ain't working. Here, I'll show you guys. Yeah, she's had some face work done. Oh no. She was pretty too. She was pretty. Had a great body. Here's the side by side. Honey, you were fine. What did you do to yourself? Did you shrink your titties too? That's a shame. Man, Hollywood destroys beautiful women. It really does. Entertainment, Hollywood destroys beautiful women. Look what she did to herself. That's just, man, I hate to see this. It's terrible. It's terrible. Such a shame. Jessica Simpson, you were hot. You were probably aging just fine. Why did you do this to yourself? I think she's pretty. She had a great body too. Why'd you do that to yourself? Don't know. Such a shame. Don't care about this. Moving on. So don't care. Don't care what Ariana Grande is doing because she's a crazy bitch. Amazon orders animated comedy series Odd Jobs from Solar Opposites team Mike McMahon and Dominic Dierks. I don't know who they are. Probably going to suck. Hey, if it's Western animation, probably going to suck. Fox News Media promotes 6 executives to bolster politics, digital primetime. Don't care. Fox betrayed us a long time ago. Don't care. I don't care about any of those movies there. Bridgerton gets Funko Pops. Updated Funko Pops had a show's 4th season. I hate Funko Pops. I hate Bridgerton. 2 words I never even wanted to combine. That's terrible. That's annoying. Euphoria Season 3 trailer. I don't care about that show. The show's only redeeming thing is that once upon a time it showed us Sydney Sweeney's tits, but we have a better shot of Sydney Sweeney's current day tits, which I think are bigger. Her tits are bigger than when she went topless in Euphoria Season 1. Thanks to that sheer dress she wore a couple months ago, her tits are bigger than they ever have been. And they're hanging beautifully. So I don't care about Euphoria. We have a better Sydney Sweeney titty window than we needed. That's all it was good for. It's always good for. Now it's not. I don't care about Zendaya. Nobody cares about Zendaya. Nobody cares. Don't know who that is. New Avatar: The Last Airbender comic series, Kyoshi Warriors, set from original creators Dark Horse. You know what? Good. I'm always up for. Well, not personally. I don't really care. Personally, to be honest, I don't care. But I'm always okay with more original Last Airbender timeline content being made, especially from the original creators. I'm always okay with that because that was good stuff. Game of Thrones mobile game Legend sets a Night Ascended Kingdoms tie-in ahead of the spinoff. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, people are going to jizz themselves all over this show. And it's honestly, people, and I can get hate for this. I understand it. And I don't care. Everybody who gets excited for House of the Dragon and Night of the Seven Kingdoms, you are willingly committing to cognitive dissonance. Because you're coding yourself in these things to remind yourself to forget, to block out the horrible ending of Game of Thrones and the fact that the books never made. I mean, we're excited, but then you got to remember the books are never going to finish. Never going to finish. Because Germ doesn't have a true creative bone in his body. He's a hack. I will say that forever. You'll never convince me otherwise. He's not good at what he does, and he ruined the fantasy fiction publishing world. He ruined it. He opened the door for a lot of the crap we got to deal with today for legacy publishing, forcing people like me to go independent. But in the end, it's better because I'll own all my own IPs. No publishing company will own what I create. Poltergeist child star Heather O'Rourke documentary, She Was Here, starts February. It says February release on the trailer. Yeah, wow, that's going to be fucked up. That's going to be fucked up. That's going to be fucked up. Oh, man. Kratos, El Grados for $10. Adam is a paradox. He is grumpy, old, irritable man, but he is by definition not a goyim. Go ahead and use this opportunity to rant about your existential dissonance. What? What am I supposed to talk about with that? Okay. One, I'm grumpy for entertainment purposes. I'm really not much of a grumpy person. I actually enjoy many things. Unfortunately, I guess I am getting older. I hate that fact. I am an irritable man. I am an irritable man because I have to deal with shit that pisses me off. And by you see, there needs to be a Y in there. You wrote there goyim, not goyim. Not goyim. So, rant about after my existential dissonance. I don't have any existential dissonance. I don't try to create a false reality to ignore things. I understand I can be grumpy mostly for entertainment purposes. Valid spelling. There has to be a Y in there. There needs to be a Y in there. Goyim. And I can't help but getting old. Honestly, the thing I hate about most of this is calling me old. That's what I really hate the most in this. I hate being called old the most. And yeah, well, being irritable is par for the course. We all get irritable. Hey, listen, I have to deal with all this shit, okay? I have to deal with all this shit. Anyway, thank you, Kratos, for the $10. That's all I can give you on that because I'm not really. I don't have an existential dissonance, and I'm not. I am technically not a goyim because my mother was Jewish. So, I mean, those are the rules they apply. I would believe it either way because I don't want to get into the rules of Judaism right now. I really don't want to. They annoy me a little bit. I admit they annoy me a little bit. All right. Well, they annoy me a little bit because I'll just say they annoy me a little bit because I find it highly unlikely in my time as I seek a partner in life because I still hope and pray. I find it highly unlikely I'm going to find a youngish Jewish girl who will think the way I do and be okay with everything. So technically, if I partner with a goyim woman, with a shiksa, as we call them, with a goyim shiksa, if I do that, technically because she's not Jewish, even though my part of the equation is necessary for children and I have Jewish heritage, the child would not be born Jewish. I don't like that because I'm gonna have there's a chance I'm gonna have to deal with that situation. So that's something that it eats away at my psyche. How's that for your existential dissonance, Kratos? Does that qualify for not dissonance but existential problem that I have that I deal with. How do you like that? Is that okay? Does that satisfy you? Window into my private thoughts. Well, 28 years later, Bone Temple dethroned Avatar Fire and Ash box office. No, wait a minute. We've seen the numbers. Fire and Ash is doing single digits already in week 4. Now into week 5 here domestically. Bone Temple could dethrone it. It could. Listen, I would love to find a woman who ages like Salma Hayek. I would love that. But I'm not gonna. That's not a requirement. Listen, I believe something I would get involved with would keep it high and tight for years to come. I would hope that. I'm attempting to. All right, more news. Lock Chimera Director, don't care. Playboy Cardi, Young Boy, don't care about your fake fucking rappers and shit like that. Don't care about that. Swifty News, no thank you. Michael B. Jordan and Chase Infinity attend National Border Review Gala. Idris Elba premieres Hijack Season 2, and I don't care about any of that because I'm not a fan of Michael B. Jordan. Voice of Hind Rajab, don't care. It sounds foreign and stupid. Hijack Season 2, whatever. Charlie XCX is a fucking idiot. None of this is interesting. Squid Game creator Hwang Dong-hyuk says new Netflix series The Dealer starring Jung So-min. Oh man, they're gonna pimp that. From the creator of Squid Game comes The Dealer. I hope it flops. I hope it does terribly. Tell Me Lies boss on Lucy's mental health struggles. That explicit sex scene and Brie. I don't know what any of this is. Don't care. Netflix prepping all cash bid for Warner Brothers Studios and HBO Max amid Paramount Skydance pressure report. Yes. That would be outstanding. I'd be okay with that. But Netflix trying to go, Netflix going for all cash bid. That would be wild. Remember, none of this matters if the government shoots it down. Our government or the EU or another entity on another part of the world. None matters if any one of them shoot it down. Doesn't matter. Don't care about music. Emilia Clarke is done with fantasy genre after Game of Thrones. You're unlikely to see me get on a dragon ever again. And I'm fine with that because you know what? I don't simp for Emilia Clarke. She's not that hot and she's not that good an actress. So, bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Don't care. Okay. No one. Yeah. You have seen the viewership dips because nobody watches CBS anyway. Nobody watches legacy media anymore. Harry Potter audiobook. Ewan Rion and Blake Harrison on finding Lupin's werewolf howl, Pettigrew's mouse voice, almost playing Dobby. Kratos, how's that going? I know you're reading those. You enjoying those still? You enjoying or reading? You're enjoying the new audiobooks. You still listening to those? They're doing okay? Because what are we up to the third one now? We up to book 3. Are we up to the book? Are we at the third book now? Very good. Okay, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Because we haven't heard much about them. 92nd Kingdom is a minor Game of Thrones, and that's a good thing. Yeah, keep going with your cognitive dissonance, all of you. Rockford Files reboot. Rockford Files reboot. Gotta keep rebooting shit. All right, let's move on to IGN. Animal Crossing New Horizons Big 3.0 update just dropped a day early. And women across the world are happy with it because men don't play Animal Crossing. It's a girl's game. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 looks set to be dethroned by Metacritic's highest user-rated game of all time by 2008 Disney tie-in for Nintendo DS. Who cares? Who cares? That is such a worthless fucking news headline. Anything could have its rating shifted to this and that. Give me great. Euphoria Season 3, we already talked about that. Oh, look, here it is. Galaxy's Edge and Disneyland getting changed. Ha ha ha. Already talked about that. Josh Safdie confirms Robert Pattinson has secret cameo in Marty Supreme. And the world doesn't care. Lord of the Rings movie re-releases include new introductions with Peter Jackson and anecdotes, including the one where Viggo Mortensen had to hide his black eye. I'm going to be honest. I already own everything extended edition for Lord of the Rings that I need. Why am I going to rebuy this? Why? I don't need introductions. I don't need more behind-the-scenes stuff. Why do I need this? I don't need a 4K version because my eyes work fine. I don't need 4K to make it look like it's sitting right in front of me. Because I'll say it before I say it again. 4K ruins the movie look. It ruins it. You can hate me for that, but it's true. Don't need 4K bullshit. So I don't need to buy another Lord of the Rings anything. I have the movies right there in beautiful quality. Why do I need them again? Warhammer 40K fans welcome Games Workshop's AI ban, which was written in the lore all along. Yes. Yes, the 4K war against the machines, 40K, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sick of this AI crap. I'm so tired and boring of it. Scream 7 exclusive full final poster revealed. Don't care or what my predictions were. It's still going to do fine, though. She never had to be good at it. Game of Thrones star Emilia Clarke, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. Go away. Rockstar launches official user-generated content market for mods. Yeah, that's not going to get abused horribly, I'm sure. I'm sure that's not going to get abused terribly. Stranger Things documentary maker responds to fans who think the Duffers used ChatGPT to write their scripts. Well, there's a story we're going to come upon in a second that is going to make that a question. Rockstar moves fan-made GTA Online, Charlie Kirk assassination mission. Yes, we just talked about that. In terms of because of their whole creative thing. Of course, we talked about that yesterday. That's very, very poor taste. 24 Metal Gear Solid 5 actor Kiefer Sutherland arrested after allegedly assaulting and threatening a rideshare driver in Hollywood. Why does Kiefer Sutherland need a rideshare? Why does he need a ride? I don't know. Streamer Tfue hit with 30-day Arc Raiders ban amid cheater purge, then immediately unbanned. Well, there you go. I mean, if they're famous in some way, shape, or form, bringing attention to your thing, you can't ban them, even though you probably got hit, even though they're probably a cheater using aim assist and all that crap. We talked about that yesterday. I know we talked about that yesterday, so I'm not going to go into that again. PlayStation Plus January catalog, don't care. Meta pivots away from the metaverse to AI, confirms sweeping layoffs. Bobby Kotick claims Activision Call of Duty and consoles are doing so poorly, proves he was right to sell Activision Blizzard to Microsoft for $69 billion. That's not true. No, that's Call of Duty's doing poorly. Activision's doing poorly because they make shit games. Emilia Clarke done with fantasy. Already talked about that. This Hightail thing, which is Roblox meets Minecraft. Already talked about that. Don't give a fuck. And that's stuff from yesterday. Okay, Park Place. Duffer Brothers began filming Stranger Things finale without a finished script, then pointed fingers at Netflix. I love this for the simple fact that you had 3 years to write 8 episodes. You had years to write this shit. And you started without it being done. The Duffer Brothers, they're fake. These are not guys who know what they're doing. So many people today, and these are just now the current upfront poster children of this. They should not be where they are because they do not have true creative talent. They do not have any sort of vision. They get a single idea, one-hit wonders, we used to call them back in the day. Stranger Things should have been a single season one-hit wonder. And the Duffer Brothers never had a plan. They're quoted as saying, "We always had our ending in mind." If you always had your ending in mind, how do you not have a finished script when you start your final season? Because you retconned your shit as you went along because you never had a plan to begin with. Liars. This is why I say there is no way Stranger Things can hold up as time goes on. It will not stand the test of time. Bit by bit, it will fall apart. And it will be relegated to its niche collective who like it. And will be rarely referenced in conversations. Because it had no real soul. When you birth something, when you birth an idea, when you birth an IP, if you really are creative, you know it's a fully developed story in your mind. You know where it goes. The middle part can change as you go along because maybe a better idea will come along as you rework it in there and you can alter it. But your beginning and your end are always there. That's why I will always say George R.R. Martin is a hack because he never had an ending in mind. He changed it so many times, and the one he had, which he did give to Dan and Dave, got rejected because he cannot plan out his stories. I'm an exploratory writer. That's what you get when you get exploratory writers. These jackasses are exploratory to an extent, too, it looks like. When you do exploratory creation, you go nowhere because you're reacting to your fan bases. You're reacting to the people that because there's a rumor out there they had Reddit open. There are some screen caps apparently. I don't know if they're true or not, but I saw it when I was gliding over some timeline stuff. They were looking at Reddit while doing this shit. If you're looking at Reddit while you're writing your stuff, you should not be writing anything because it shows you are afraid of your own fans. You are afraid of nerds. What I've written in my brain, what I have set down for the stories I'm going to tell you in the years to come, their conclusions do not change. These are the stories I'm going to write. Love me or hate me. I'm going to do my best to make them entertaining. Do my best to make everything I create, all the plots, everything make sense and have reasons. But everything has an ending. I have an ending for everything up here. It's all done. The middle parts need some fixing. And we do that along the way. But everything has an ending. I know where everything's going. Jackasses like this. Jackasses like Germ. Jackasses like Dan and Dave. Jackasses like all these assholes who are writing for stuff these days. They don't have that. They change it because they get afraid. Oh, no. What's Reddit going to say? What's X going to say? Oh, they're going to make mean videos on YouTube. I have to be careful. Way. Not creatives. But they suck the right ideological dick so they get ahead. And I don't suck anybody's dick. So I have to inch along. Walt Disney World Good to Go days return in January 2026. Groomer Grey Hulk set to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I have a feeling, despite the fact that Spider-Man Brand New Day will make a buttload of money, I have a feeling it's going to be a disaster of a movie. I have a feeling the narrative of that movie is going to be a disaster. Cast Call reveals new details for Bluey experience at Disney Animal Kingdom. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Did that one. Okay, that's the news, and I'm sticking to it. And we're just about at the hour, so I'll give you guys a few minutes to think about any of these articles you may want to do, anything else you may want to do. With our time left, we can go a little bit longer. Watch enunciation there. What? What I almost say? What I almost say? What did I almost say? Why are we going here? Why are we going here? This is disgusting discussion. This is disgusting discussion. I don't suck dick. Clip that. Why don't you clip that? I don't suck dick. Listen. I'm doing it tonight. I'm going to do it tonight. I have nothing planned tonight. Oh, you're all terrible. You're all terrible. You all want me to fail, don't you? What is the point? You all want me to fail. I don't have dermy speech patterns. I don't have dermy speech patterns. When I start coughing, if it screws with my voice, I can't control that. Listen, I have not, or technically I did because it was today, but I haven't woken up today and hacked anything up. So this is the most healthy I've been in 9 weeks today. The most healthy I did. Yesterday doesn't count. Those articles were meant to screw with my brain. That doesn't count. Those articles were screwing with my brain. Those articles, Kratos set that up to make me screw up on purpose. He did it. He did. He knew it was going to happen. He planned it. I do not have dermy spelling. I never listen. I admitted the other day. I check my spelling. I am not a good speller. I never have been. Spell checker is my friend. I learn from it. I try to remember it. Listen, there are some words that I'll never spell right. Guarantee. Guarantee is a word that I just can't seem to remember how to spell correctly. I can't. What are you talking? Yes, it was. It was. That's okay. That's a typo. That's not. That is okay. I didn't see that. I didn't see that until now. That's what that joke was. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. I'll fix that right now. I'm gonna fix that because this doesn't go away. No, that's a typo. That's me Listen, I type quickly, okay, and I don't look at my keyboard because I've been typing for enough decades that I miss it, and my finger probably this keyboard is getting a little some of the keys sometimes don't, like M. The M sometimes doesn't work. But I probably typed quickly, and in my head I said it, and I didn't look at it. I was just going and I didn't get it. All right. All you. You all want me to fail. I'm not okay. All right. First of all, I've been ranting for years. I don't spurg. I selectively attack things. And I go days without spurging. I go days. I don't spurg. I rant. That's because y'all make me do it. Y'all say shit on purpose to cause a spurg. Sometimes you're paying for a spurg. I am responding to the demands of the audience. Y'all write things. Y'all send me things. Well, when you send me money to do shit, look at this. You are gaslighting me right now. You are gaslighting me right now. That's what you're doing. You're gaslighting me. What am I supposed to do? You're gaslighting me. All right? You're gaslighting me. Y'all are gaslighting my ass to try and make me do this shit. And I have to accept it. I have to accept this. I accept that. Listen, I accept that at times I have to be your dancing monkey. I accept this. It's for entertainment purposes. Then again, I could stop it anytime I want. Problem is, I need money. Here's the problem. I need money. I need money to live. I need money to do shit. I need money to pay. I paid my bills last night. A lot of my bills were higher than they usually are because of shit that happened in the past couple months. I paid my bills last night. I need money. My bills were very, very high. So if I have to dance like a monkey now and again to entertain you guys, I'll do it. I'll be a bit of a whore. Hey, listen, if I come up with a good grift to add to the grift for the show, I'll do it. I just haven't come up with one lately. And we're at least 2 months away from possibly doing reaction videos again. We're still a bit ways from that. Not until March 2nd. So I understand what I'm doing here, and I do it willingly because I need to make money. You guys are entertained by me acting like a jackass sometimes, so I do it. I mean, listen, if my real videos were kicking off more, the cry of the addict. Shut up. You pay me as much money as anybody else to watch and react to horrible shit. See, I will not abuse my body. I will not eat shit I don't like. That's not happening. I don't eat shit I don't like. That's not happening. I can blow my nose while you guys continue to gaslight me. No, listen. There are things I'll do for retard purposes and things I won't do. I will not abuse my body. I will cause myself mental suffering and watch stupid shit, but I will not eat things to hurt myself. I'm not doing that. Either way, if I can come up with better grifts, I will, though. I mean, if I come up with a good grifting tier right now, I'd love to. If I could have a good grifting tier right now, I would do it. But I can't think of anything. And you guys haven't aside from physically punishing me or other stupid shit that I won't do, you guys haven't come up with anything good lately. So you guys need to think of things if you're going to punish my ass. If you're going to mentally punish me, you got to come up with better shit. I mean, hell, I've only had to watch one bad movie this week. Only had to watch one. Okay, see, that qualifies as doing gay shit, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do gay shit. See, here we are twisting words. You make your clips, whatever. I listen, I stopped trying to not allow crazy clips a long time ago. When this particular stream started, I knew it wasn't going to happen anymore. Make me take quizzes. That could get embarrassing, I guess. I could fuck up. I could fuck those up. I mean, I have a lot of knowledge, but sometimes it gets mixed up. I admit that. No, that's because I lost a bet. I lost a bet to Devil. Okay, that's different. I honored the loss of a bet. That a man honors his losses. If you lose a bet, you'll lose a bet, and I lost the bet, and I honored that. You can't hold that against me. That wasn't done for whoring purposes. The banana thing wasn't done for whoring purposes. I lost a bet to Devil. Okay? You can't hold that one against me. You can make fun of me all you want. I've played the clip. It's a horrible clip. But I lost a bet. Real men uphold the agreement of a bet, and I upheld it. Devil was satisfied. So I upheld my bet. I didn't eat the banana the long way for money. I lost a bet. You had to eat the banana the long way. What the fuck do you think that means? Devil said I had to eat it the long way, which meant doing the thing. Devil and I you can go back and watch the receipts. We talked about what do I have to do? Had to eat it the long way, which meant, treating it like a dick, which was disgusting. And you had the video is there. The video, it's out. The clip is out there. I made the clip myself and I shared it. I leaned into it. I didn't run away from that. It's great. It was great YouTube. It was great YouTube. It was great YouTube. It was funny and stupid and retarded. But that was a man losing a bet and owning up to it. That had nothing to do with me being a whore. Okay. Cup the plantains. See, now you're getting dirty. Now you're getting dirty. All right. I think that's enough time. You guys are just running in circles right now, trying to twist the reality. Let's talk about the rest of the week. I have nothing planned for a stream tonight. I got nothing planned. Even though the votes were in that you guys want me to keep playing the Dragon Quest series, none of you seem to want to watch me play it. No one's there, but I'll keep doing it. We did sort of beat DQ3 last night. I had some issues because the post game was a little bullshit. I have since corrected that a little bit. I've gone back. That's part of what I was fucking around with last night. Yeah. I don't have a gaming stream planned tonight unless you guys want it. I don't have it. Other than that, if I still have to install this and get it ready too. But unless you guys want, I mean, if you guys want, we can do this tonight. If we don't, then I'm going to take the night off. And as Kel's been bugging me to, there's this MMO coming out, launches in 14 days. Launches in 14 days. No, 10 plus 4. Yeah, 14 days. I can do math. I'm not a math Jew, but I can still sort of do math. Project or Gorgons, whatever. I'm going to give that a try. There's a demo. We'll see how that looks. I have to install it on the Mini because it's for a Mac version, so I'm gonna play it on the Mac. Then it'll work, and if it works, then I could probably stream it too. If it works, then streaming won't be a problem because the Mini is sort of set up for some streaming. I got it set up. I'd have to move a couple USB cables around on the strip, but we could make it happen. But nothing tonight. No chat. Maybe watch us reviews for the rest of the week so far. And then Thursday night, I take Thursdays off, so I'm not doing anything tomorrow night, except watching Starfleet Academy. I'll be doing Starfleet Academy. Then I'll be reviewing that. Now, the reviews are going to be a little staggered because, one, there's 2 of them this week. And at the same time, Fridays always suck. Even before I was doing the stream, Fridays always sucked to... Why? You see, no, I'm not going to wear a GIMP mask. I don't even dress up for fucking Halloween. I'm not going to wear a GIMP mask. I don't even have a GIMP mask. Why don't you send me yours? I'm not going to wear... No. Let's see. So Friday. So I'm going to get the reviews done. I'm going to release them. I'm going to try and release episode 1 on Friday and episode 2 on Saturday. Now, also, as I said yesterday, there may be a change in drive-in. We're watching The Abyss, which I was also watching last night, so I was finishing that last night. We may be doing pre-recorded drive-ins. I have to send that DM to Brad. I forgot to send it. I got to send DM to Brad, and we'll get done with this. For the new Starfleet Academy panel show, which I'm thinking of calling "Where No Man Wants to Go Ever." Reviews. Where No Man Wants to Go reviews. That's something I'm calling the stream. Where No Man Wants to Go reviews. So we got that. We're gonna see if we can get that done for Saturday. And then, of course, roundtable. And then, of course, next week you can catch Here We Are We Begin. And Jed and I did play Jump Space for almost 5 hours, for over 4 hours on Monday. We're doing that again next week. We'll see if I can get the stream going on my end through him. We'll see. What do you mean I've gone Dark Side Phil? I haven't gone Dark Side Phil. I haven't gone DSP at all. No. If I went DSP, it'd be about money. If you guys aren't interested in playing something, then I'm not going to play it. Because then it's not fun for me to play something you guys aren't having fun with. If I was DSP, I'd be going, hey, everybody, we didn't reach our tip goals for today, so we're not going to do this. No, we haven't even started this one yet. Hey, listen, I put out the poll. Poll said we keep playing, so I'll keep playing. I just wish more people watch me play games. I don't know what it is. Everybody says they want to see me play games, and nobody shows up. That's my thing. I don't know what's going on there. What's a Purim costume? What's a Purim? You guys using words I don't know because I'm not a degenerate. I'm reading. I saw it. I just didn't know what it meant. Listen, the chat's not moving so fast, I'm not keeping track. I don't know what. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this. Jewish Halloween. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this. Not doing. I'm not. Unless no. I'm not. I'm not dressing up for you guys. I don't dress up for myself. Don't do that. I don't dress up. I find dressing up to be childish. I just do. I find dressing up to be childish. That's what I do. Anyway, personal opinion. Personal opinion. I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm never gonna craft my views and opinions to please anybody. Unless she's got big tits, then I'll do that maybe for a chance to touch the big tits. But that's a different category altogether. Seeing on brand. Anyway, I feel like I'm digging these holes deeper right now. You guys are just twisting everything, trying to catch me and stuff. You're gaslighting me. You just want me to embarrass myself, and I will only go so far with my whoring efforts. Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up then. Thank you guys for being here today. Please remember to hit that like button. We'll be back tomorrow, whatever tomorrow holds. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow right now. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. So hit that like button. Leave comments. I mean, you guys have been good in the chat today, even though you're being mean to me. Even though you're being mean to me today. You guys have been good in the chat. Yeah, we had some fun today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So have a good day. Take it easy, everybody.